Hi, Nick Tuckert here with the Historical Fencing Guild. Sorry, folks. It's been a while since my last video. I had a tree fall on my house, and to get it out, I had to chainsaw it. I did not know that that tree was wrapped in poison sumac, so I had a major severe exposure and a major severe reaction. My eyes were swelled shut, uh, nearly full body breakout. It was a disaster, and I've been very, very ill. So I thank you for your time and patience. Um, I had to wait till I didn't look like a leper on camera. Uh, so there's that. Now, I wanted to go. I'm not quite up to doing stuff this week because it hit me, I inhaled it, it messed me up. Uh, so I wanted to do something for you. And I got the BudK Christmas catalog. Now, longtime fans and people who know me know normally BudK is something I don't necessarily bat an eye at. It's normally just a grade of stuff. BudK is a wonderful wholesaler in that they carry a wide variety of things. They do push a lot of stuff that I feel is simply subpar. It is not all of it is quality, and it's buyer beware. So normally I get this and I'm like, I'll flip through and we'll see. Sorry. We'll flip through and see what's of value. And lo and behold, I found some items I actually found interesting. And since I found them interesting, you might. So the first one, and is sort of, I'm leading with the big deal in my mind anyway, is the Night Watchman series of staves. Now, I haven't handled these, so these are just something on site that intrigue me. And you'll find it if you get this catalog on page 17. Anyway, what they are is polypropylene, polypropylene? Yeah, polypropylene trading staves. It's the classic black, so it's going to be a bit heavy. That's kind of to be expected. And incredibly stiff, especially on a thrust, because I don't know if you can see. I'm sorry, my lighting's a little tricky. But it has a slightly angled head, making it more effective as a weapon, but more effective as a weapon. Still, at $40 for a 6-footer through BudK, brand new, that's not bad, and it might be interesting. I'm still a big proponent of simple PVC tube staves, and I'm still looking at other retailers of plastic direct, but these intrigue me, and it kind of got me excited. The other things I saw in here that warranted, I don't know how they're selling off that many. The M48 line, Skullgrim's done at least a review on the spear, and I've not trying to do anything shady, just that's the longest finger I'm old habit. This is pretty much the same as the Trench Hawk trainers that I've been loving for years. So, but the thing is, for this, which 149 is a bit, it's all of it. It's the spear, it's the fancy shovel, it's the two knives, and the axe. This might not be a bad investment. And I'm surprised to see something so relatively reasonable. They must be cutting down. But the other thing I wanted to point out in this happy little catalog, for our purposes, is this, the Honshu Practice Katana. A practice katana with a $30 price point based on their line. Now, since I feel the goal of the practice katana likely is to serve as an advertisement for the modern tactical Honshu line of much more expensive katana, or relatively expensive katana, I think they're going to be very likely to make it reasonably quality. And again, it's coming through BudK. I believe that Honshu is under cold steel. That means, again, it's likely not going to flex with a thrust. And it's going to be a little heavy, possibly, and a little rigid. Again, I'm not saying buy this. I'm saying this is an interesting product that, to my knowledge, just hit the market. And I've been looking. Well, I'd seen ripples of this, but it went away for a while. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't popular, but came back. So these are interesting things to look at. I'm going to be keeping an eye on them. Now, uh, if you want me to do more reviews, suggestions, please comment in the bottom. As we switch to winter, it's going to be less sparring videos and more educational in that either how to craft things or focused slow work because Northwest Indiana weather gets unpleasant this time of year. It gets cold and it gets very wet. Once it settles into winter and it's cold enough and solid snow, we'll be able to fight more and do more outside. Add on to that the slight caveat that I'm working on something else for some indoor stuff. No promises, but if it comes through, it'll be a pretty big deal. So you'll want to watch out for that. I want to thank you for your patience. I want to thank you for listening. I'm not sponsored by anyone yet, so my reviews are always impartial. If you ever have something you want me to review, either send me a link to it and I'll see what I can do, or contact me directly and you can send me one and I'll be happy to review pretty much anything anybody gives me. But it would have to be you know uh, unbiased. You can't just say give me a good review. That's not how it works. I want to again thank my two Patreon guys. You guys, I love you. You keep me afloat. I make right now $13 a month doing this after fees, and if you want to help, please consider being a Patreon member. Even another buck a month from anybody would be huge in my world. You can also look up, and as always, they'll be in the description. My book. I also do game design, so I'd like to know what you guys think. If you want to support my channel, actually, you could look up the big Stompy Robots line of games on Amazon, and I could actually do a walkthrough on that. It's a little off topic, but with winter, it might be fun, and I think tactics gaming really overlaps well with training for commanding skirmish units. In my mind, it's a good tool. It's something we can talk about. This channel is definitely meant to always be a discussion. I mean, if I wanted to just narrate at you, I could open up books and just do like, here's the research on the subject, or this is the way to do it. It's never meant to be that way. So please like, subscribe, and comment. Your comments give me direction. Thank you again for your patience. Good things will come as I get feeling better. So support your local swordmaster.